Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and this is a paid request for Sean. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, movie reviews, re-reviews, random thoughts, streams, commentaries, video game playthrough for an hour, full playthrough, tier list ranking, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. I do have a CashApp as well. Links are down below in the info box, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. And this is for the third of the 3 requests he sent. Thank you, Sean. For the Jazz Singer from 1980. Now, I knew of this film. It's a kind of a remake of a film from way back in the day. And I'd seen snippets of this film, and I knew that it did not get a lot of good reviews. Really because of the lead guy, because he's not an actor. Neil Diamond. Now, before I go on, it's directed by Richard Fleischer, which was a bit surprising, because this is the same guy that gone to direct Conan the Destroyer and Red Sonja. Which I liked Conan the Destroyer. I could watch Red Sonja. I could watch it more than this. I'm like, the same guy did this? And, so yeah, Richard Fleischer. And it stars Neil Diamond. You got Laurence Olivier. You got Lucie Arnaz, who's the daughter of Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz. Franklin A.J. I recognize. He was in the movie Convoy. If you remember the film Stir Crazy with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder, when those two are in prison and Richard Pryor is in like the hospital med bay, and there's the guy that has his leg cut off. Oh, a guy messed me up. There's an Asian dude. You don't want him. Okay, he was supposed to be treating me with a leg. Wake up, I lost my leg. A doctor comes by and he tells Richard Pryor, that's the guy who did me. And Richard Pryor's like, no, and runs off. So I've seen most of Franklin A.J. I read up that James Karen, the guy, he was in Return of the Living Dead with him and, was it Tom Matthews? I can't believe I forgot his damn name. Who played Tommy Jarvis? Is it Tom Matthews? God, why am I blanking on his name? Yeah, okay, yeah, Tom Matthews. Okay, I don't know why I was down myself. But him and Tom Matthews were at the beginning of Return of the Living Dead, and then the thing goes crazy. He was also in the original Poltergeist as the guy that moved the tombstone, the headstones. And Crazy Nelson's pissed at him. But I couldn't find him in the movie. Maybe I missed it. If so, I apologize, but it says in the credits he's in the film. I just couldn't spot him. Maybe I was just blanking out to the rest of the movie. Also, like, Johnny Witherspoon and Ernie Hudson are in the film. Johnny Witherspoon, Ice Cube's dad in Friday, the trilogy. And Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters, they're in it for like a scene or two. And then Laurence Olivier, of course, known actor, Marathon Man. He's done a lot of stuff. He plays Neil Diamond's father. I guess I should say the plot of the film is Neil Diamond, he's Jewish, he's with his wife, he will sing at the synagogue, but he'll sneak out and be with this band where the rest of the people are black, and he writes songs for them. And they're at this club. Johnny Witherspoon is the MC there. And this is where... Okay, before I go on with the plot, my summation of the film, I was not a fan of the movie, except the soundtrack. Neil Diamond, I think, is a great singer. I like a lot of his songs. America, which he sings at the beginning and end of the movie, is my favorite song of his. Everywhere around the world, we come into America. Which the first time I ever heard that was in Born in East L.A., with Cheech Marin, because it plays at the end of the film. Because in that film, they had a different ending, and there was a lot more to it, but they cut all that out. So that's why the ending seems a bit kind of short or abrupt, because they cut a lot of it out. You have the people coming into the city and Cheech Marin them kind of walking down. We come into America. And that's the first time I ever heard that song. Have really liked it ever since. You also have Love on the Rocks and a few others. And he does good work. Like the soundtrack did well, deservedly so. Because it's the best part of the movie. But the story is very typical. You've seen it many times before. There's not really a whole lot of style to it. Like Purple Rain, I wasn't big on, but I could say that has a bit more style, especially when he's doing the songs with the editing and stuff. A bit more pizzazz compared to this film. And Neil Diamond is not a good actor. Which is weird because he's kind of playing a version of himself, but it's still... He's not natural. He's not leading man material. It's more like you should have another actor play that part, and then maybe when the guy sings, then you have Neil Diamond's music. Also, I kind of knew I was in trouble because when he goes to the club, the other band member says, well, we need you to sing these songs, and the guy we have is gone. So you need to look like us. So it's a black club with a black group, and they make Neil Diamond wear blackface. So he sings to the club blackface. And then he starts doing this, and then someone notices his hands are white, and it's Ernie Hudson, who's a heckler. And a whole fight starts within the club. They get put in jail. Laurence Olivier, Neil Diamond's dad, bails him out. He's like, isn't it hard enough being Jewish? Which, I mean, that was kind of... I didn't mind that line. And eventually, he talks with a buddy of his, played by Franklin AJ from Convoy and Stir Crazy, saying, hey, we have this gig in California. It's in LA. And this guy likes the songs you wrote, and we're going to be the backup to the singer. We really like you there in case something with the lyrics, something about the tone needs to be changed. And because this is a dream for him, Neil Diamond goes. Eventually gets the blessings of his father, although not kind of willingly. He goes there, his wife stays behind, and when he gets there he meets Lucie Arnaz, who is this lady named Molly. She's a music agent. They go to the recording. The guy is not singing the song right. He's trying to sing it his own way, and to be honest, it sounds like shit the way he's singing it. And Neil Diamond's trying to explain, no, he should be doing it slower, and can I show? So they allow him, and he does Love on the Rocks. It's a ballad, and he does it well. He does it so well that the guy gets pissed, the singer, and not only fires him, but fires the band as well. And Molly, the music agent, goes with them. One thing leads to another. She tries to help Neil Diamond make connections, play at events to get some publicity, so maybe to get on this TV special. The wife comes over. She says, I want you at home, which... It just comes off as very clunky, where she's like, I want you home, and I don't want to be here, I want to be at home. And he's like, well, I want to be here. I want to be home, I want to be here. So eventually they break up, and I don't think you ever see the wife character again. But I just, hey, that clean split, now he can fall in love with the music agent, which he does. The two fall for each other. You have another song he plays, Hello Again, Hello. He's playing some digs. The father comes by, Laurence Olivier. He finds out that he divorced his wife, which is more like she divorced him. And he gets pissed at that, and Olivier says, I have no son. And then pretty much soon after, him and the band are doing a recording, he gets pissy, he leaves, and then he goes on, I can only assume, a year-long sabbatical as a drifter. I say it has to be a year long because he just goes along, his beard gets longer, he drifts along, he plays at his country bar. His friend Franklin AJ finds him and says, oh, by the way, that girl you're with, the music agent, you have a kid. And when he gets back, she has a baby, so that means all the time, being pregnant, 9 months at least, to go from there to pregnancy, 9 months. And then she's home, and the baby looks a little bit, at the very least 10 months. I just throw in a year there just for shit, just in case. And then she's fine. She welcomes him back, they hug, and I'm like, wait a minute. If anyone out there has a husband who just leaves and doesn't bother to talk to you, doesn't bother to converse with you, doesn't bother to keep in touch with you, and you're fucking pregnant, do you imagine all the shit she had to deal with 9 months by herself? Getting fatter, having to deal with cramps, all the shit you have to deal with 9 months being pregnant, and then who is there for the birth? Franklin AJ, the band? So, and also, no one was there for the birth, to hold her hand, Lamaze class, none of that. And then he just comes back in and says, oh, hey, welcome back, you got a baby. I was waiting for her to punch him in the face, or the dick. I'm going to punch you in the balls, that way, if we fuck, you won't poop, shoot any more babies into me. Because you ain't going to have no more balls. Or you're going to have your balls, but the sperm is going to go the other way because you don't be afraid to come to your dick. Because you don't be afraid that that pain is going to come back from another fist in your nuts. And that's the thing. There's like barely any drama, and the drama's there. The only drama is there's really not much drama of him feeling bad that him and the wife didn't work out. Him and the music agent, there's no fighting, there's no drama, there's no up and down struggle. It's just the father says, I have no son. That's it. Now, that is a thing, but I'm sorry, I don't think that should be the only thing. And then to leave and be drifted about for about a year, and then come back, everything's fine. She's not pissed at him, anything. That just gave me a fucking headache. What? And then all he does is they get the special, which I'm surprised the guy remembered, considering it's been probably a fucking year since he played. Because you gotta think, she asked him before all this shit happened about the special. First off, when was the special? This special took this fuck. So I guess, I thought the way she worded it was, you have a TV special, could you put him on it? I would have assumed that by the time he went doing all these gigs and then 10 months, 11, a year went by, that TV special already aired. But I guess he could just create a TV special like that, I guess. And the fact that the guy's like, who are you? Who are we talking about? You have to remind me, 'cause it's been like a fucking year since we last talked, lady. But apparently, like for us, it's probably. I know for us as a viewer, it's been, I don't know, less than an hour. But that's not how it is in the time of the movie. And then Neil Diamond just goes to his dad, shows a picture of his son, your grandson now, and gives the picture to the Olivier, and he tries. He goes, he has your mom's eyes, you know, he has this smile and this eyes, and calls him son. Then Olivier's there to watch his special, and he sings America once again. With this kind of movie, it'd be nice to have like some kind of emotional pathos for the lead, for the struggle that you feel for him. You feel his up and down roller coaster. And he's able to provide the emotion and the drama. None of that is at play in this fucking movie. Lucie Arnaz does what she can. The other characters don't really have a whole lot of room to shine. Neil Diamond is not an actor. He played himself in Saving Silverman with Steve Zahn and Jack Black. Which, fuck. I just realized I did my video on Anaconda, and I just realized, oh shit, it's a Saving Silverman reunion, because Steve Zahn and Jack Black were in that movie, which I actually liked that movie. I fucking forgot about that. I was so pissed about other stuff. But anyway, sorry, random thing. Well, I haven't uploaded yet. Maybe I'll add that at the end of that. So, if you're wondering why there's a cut in that video, it's just I remember it now. And anyway, this film isn't that good. Great soundtrack. Kind of a shitty movie. So, it just, the story is very basic. But even then, it's like there's no stakes. There's not much drama. It's not much emotion, I feel. Neil Diamond doesn't work as a lead. He's not a compelling person to watch. Unless he's singing. Granted, if you don't even like his songs, you would never see this film in the first place. Also, now that I think about it, would you even call the songs jazz? I don't know if we're going to call anything jazz in this movie. Like America, that's the big song. I wouldn't call that jazz, since he's the jazz singer. And Live on the Rocks, I don't even know if I'd call that jazz either. So, he's not even really the jazz singer. Where's the jazz in this movie? Maybe the jag off, because he left a fucking... He didn't know she was pregnant, but still, you left this woman you love for a year. Bit of a jag off for that. So, the jag off singer, maybe that'd be more pliable, but anyway, that's just my opinion. Good soundtrack, shitty movie. No wonder the critics took a dump on this film. I can see why. With that said, thanks for watching. Take care. 8 Mile is a better man that came out a year or so ago. I really liked that film. That was way better than this. Better Man is underrated. I know it's weird, the idea, but it's actually a pretty good film, Better Man. 8 Mile. I wasn't big on Purple Rain, but I'd rather watch that than this movie. I had issues with Purple Rain. I wasn't a fan of the film. I did like the soundtrack, but even that has a bit more pizzazz. And some of the side characters, like I don't know if you even call him the villain. Do-no-no-no. Do-no-do-do-do. My jungle love. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee, ooh. Sorry. But I would even put Purple Rain above this. Anyway. With that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.